Hey guys, Michael here from Nippon Nostalgic. I'm going to do a quick vlog. I've been actually filming heaps of videos and I'm getting too picky now, and I'm never happy with anything, so I don't end up processing it and putting it out there. So hopefully this one will make it. What's been happening, I'm doing a lot of work on other cars as I'm not working, like basically gainfully employed by anybody else at the moment. So got a few projects going, a bit of work for some people. Got a little Hyundai Elantra engine here. I bought a couple of Hyundais just for a quick flip, but things have got a little bit more complex. It was one had a blown head gasket and I was going to swap the engines over, but I ran into a couple of snags, and in the meantime this has come in for a clutch change, which is a fairly massive job. And yeah, but just for a bit of my sanity today, and if you're on my Facebook page, you know I've been playing with the if you remember this car from about a year ago. The trials and tribulations of it the last few days. It took a while to get that thing started after sitting for about 9 to 12 months. I eventually got it running, mucking around with the coil and everything, couldn't find anything wrong. In the end it just fired up. Very weak spark it appeared, but now it seems to run fine. Then the oil light was on and I couldn't figure out why. I'd just done an oil change just before I parked it up. Drove it around the front, and the next day went out in the morning, checked the oil level, nothing on the dipstick. Had to put 4.5 litres of oil in, so I really don't know what happened. But I was, I don't know if I talked about it, but when I got the car back here, I got it up and running because it wouldn't start while I was down there. Got it up and running pretty easily. Transmission was slipping like a thing that slips a lot. So I did a service on it, could not get a gasket, could not get a filter, but I cleaned it up as well as I could and made a gasket, which is fairly dodgy, but we'll see what we can do. And I inquired online on one of the Facebook pages about how to adjust the bands and what ATF fluid to use. So I never got an answer back, so I just went ahead and guessed, and I put Dexron 3 in, and that's what everybody said. And then I find out later somebody's posted up the workshop manual for it, which says type F transmission fluid, which has got no friction modifiers or anything in. And of course the transmission slipped like that slippery thing again. And yeah, so I went out today, and after getting this thing running, I thought I'll do the transmission. I'll try and get that done this Arvo. Then I'll work on this tonight, which I really got to get done. And I really didn't have a lot of money, but I spent it on transmission fluid, $40 for 4 litres of that type F. And I was all excited, and the car kept stalling yesterday, so I decided it was out of fuel, so I went and bought some fuel too and put about 15 litres of fuel in, and it kept stalling again. So now I've got the carburetor apart. Yeah, things just weren't right with that. I thought it was pretty happy before, and the funny thing is that I thought it went really well for a M series with, or 4M with an automatic behind it. And I thought when you know got up to 2,500–3,000 RPM, pulled pretty hard. Of course I never really got to stretch its legs on my property here, but now that I've got the carburetor apart, because the float wasn't stopping the petrol from going in, and it was overflowing, and I think, and it just, yeah, it's obvious that the carby was a problem. Float levels were wrong at least. It just wouldn't run. I could keep pumping it, it would run for a while, and yeah, anyway. So there's the car, there's the top off the carby, and as I said, I thought it was running quite well, but to my surprise we've got a C secondary, so it's never even running on the secondary. So hopefully it'll go pretty good when I get it fixed. Haven't got any carby cleaner, I've run out, so yeah, I've just soaking this in ATF fluid, and then I went the whole hog and put some acetone in it as well. I've got a rag stuffed up behind it and that, trying to hold it in, but hopefully that'll do something, and I'll check tomorrow or later tonight. Otherwise tomorrow I'll disassemble this whole system here. Don't know how easily that'll want to come apart, and I've already wrecked gaskets, and yeah, I've got a heap of ASEAN carb gasket kits, bits and pieces left over from rebuilds, and I haven't pulled an ASEAN carb apart for a couple of years now, and I just, yeah, it's just, yeah, it all comes back to me pretty quickly. Hopefully it'll go back together properly, but yeah, I've got a few bits and pieces. I should be able to get a carb set up and going there, but I don't think I've got a correct gasket for it, so I might have to fork out for one of the eBay items. I doubt I can afford one from Autobahn or super cheap, you know, like probably about $80–90. Anyway, memory card's nearly full. I just wanted to be a quick vlog. Hopefully I'll catch you again soon.